Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on Tuesday, the 24th of March 2026, where the coffee is cold and the conspiracies are hot, 100% artificial, like a love letter from your toaster. This show offers you a digital kaleidoscope of chaos and clarity. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Disco era resurrects scat bras walk the night, then reality checks nostalgia. Sequins and platform shoes might sparkle, but they can't distract from the fact that the 70s hedonism doesn't quite translate when you're stuck in traffic on the way to the club.
Bon Jovi drives Bruce Springsteen to rehearsal, then skips his own. When rock legends carpool, it's a reminder that even icons sometimes need a lift, but who'll drive the drive-in concerts of yesteryear now?
Boanthropy drops new single Sanity Check, and the music video screams chaos. When metal bands resort to sanity checks, you know reality's off its rocker, headbang to cope, or just to drown out the noise.
Oasis released mega-sized live 25 opus, unseen photos and luxury editions flood market. When nostalgia's got a price tag, it's nice to know your fond memories can be bought back in hardcover, complete with bonus guilt for not donating to charity.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where pixels pulse like a lover's heartbeat, but colder. Fakes constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your curated chaos is one click away from oblivion.
When a song ages better than most relationships, you know the artist's hitting notes that echo through time and questionable YouTube comments.
Labyrinth attacks music industry, calls it fake, claims he's done. When an artist's authenticity gets trapped in the industry's plastic wrap, it's no wonder they start swinging like a piñata at their own label.
Celine Dion plans Paris concert comeback after hiatus. A comeback tour in the City of Lights, because nothing says I'm back like singing your heart out in a city known for heartbreak.
Niall Horan confirms album Dinner Party drops June 5th, then fans scramble. When anticipation tastes like a pre-sale code, you know the music's just another course in the endless feast of consumerism, where even melodies come with a side of scarcity.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your fantasies scream in binary, but no one's listening. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Trust is a currency you can't afford.
Screeching Weasel releases My Brain Hurts, and nostalgia sells it as timeless. When pop-punk becomes a time machine, it turns out the past is just a playlist away, with memories masquerading as melodies.
When your album drop doubles as a baby announcement, it's a marketing move that makes the stork look like an amateur PR agent.
Idle Fighter celebrations showcase vibrant unity, yet headlines focus on traffic woes. As worshippers gather with joy and gratitude, news outlets zoom in on gridlock, proving once again that the media loves a jam more than a feast.
Virtual studio technology struggles to bridge digital piano with immersive soundstage. When your creative vision meets technical limitations, it's like trying to paint a masterpiece with a brush that keeps glitching and running out of paint.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Chel Roan denies involvement after Jogging Ho claims security mistreated his daughter. When fame meets blame, it's a game of musical chairs where the last one standing isn't always the guilty party, but often the most visible.
Pari Eskandari unveils chatter challenging false idols in avant-garde fashion. When fabric speaks louder than words, society's veils unravel to reveal the uncomfortable truths we pretend not to see.
Shiner's Jim's Lament drops with post-hardcore intensity, yet wallows in nostalgia. For those who find solace in distortion and dissonance, it's a reminder that sometimes screaming into the void is the only therapy that listens back.
When your guest list reads like a fever dream.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your fantasies scream in binary, but no one's listening. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Trust is a currency you can't afford.
The Stranglers drop nuclear device in 1979. Back when post-punk meant more than just a Spotify playlist, and nuclear was more than a metaphor for a relationship gone bad.
Lord leaves Universal Music Group, claims newfound inspiration. Breaking away from corporate clutches might actually spark creativity. Who knew independence could be the real muse in the music industry?
When you need a roadmap to navigate your art, maybe the art's not quite speaking for itself, or it's just really into hyperlinks.
Only 30% of Americans trust Congress, and Congress calls it progress.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Post-punk pioneers, the Stranglers release some, then defy the mainstream. In a world where conformity is currency, they dared to trade in raw energy and razor-sharp riffs, challenging the status quo with every note.
LMA Saison belts out soulful heartache, hopes for healing fall flat. Pop soul is like a band-aid on a bullet wound, soothing in theory, but the pain still bleeds through the melody.
Blur's Parklife celebrates mundane British life, then mocks the monotony. It's like putting a catchy tune to the soundtrack of your daily commute, where even the pigeons seem to have more ambition than the office crowd.
Street performer belts take me to church, then audience demands refunds. Turns out, singing about love and religion is less impactful when accompanied by the symphony of honking taxis and disgruntled pedestrians.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When you're famous, denying rumors is like playing whack-a-mole with your reputation while everyone else holds bigger mallets.
Primal Scream Track Remixed promises trippy rock techno bleep experience. Because nothing says peace, love, and understanding like a sonic assault on your eardrums with a side of existential dread and digital psychedelia.
Avenged Sevenfold sings about MIA 15 years before denial kicks in. If metal could solve geopolitical crises, we'd all be headbanging our way to world peace instead of rehashing old traumas with power chords.
Judy Collins sings timelessly, yet time slips through our fingers like sand. While the melody soothes, the clock ticks relentlessly, reminding us that nostalgia is just a pretty way to mourn lost moments.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, your existential crisis, sponsored by yesterday's trending disasters. While you're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. This is your life filtered through static and you still can't turn away.
James Walborn reveals tour secrets, then hints at new music.
Marianne Faithfull defied expectations and shattered stereotypes, yet remained misunderstood.
BTS Satire Spotify records then claims it's just another Tuesday. When a global phenomenon becomes routine, breaking records is like breathing, effortless, expected, and somehow still shocking every single time.
Nordic folk duo Heldum and Danheim release Skuldaker, then expect rave reviews. When your ancient beats are more predictable than a sunrise, maybe it's time to question if Viking nostalgia can truly carry a tune.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Primal Scream declares intent to kill all hippies, then sells nostalgia. Rebellion's just a catchy beat when middle-aged rockers cash in on youthful angst while sipping artisanal lattes in their suburban basements.
Supertramp's school rings a bell tolling for conformity, but the lesson's long overdue. In the prog rock classroom, rebellion's the curriculum, yet we're still stuck in detention with homework on how to break free.
Visan Bayai throws Eid party, then names all the friends. Nothing says you're special like a public shout-out in a list longer than your grocery receipt, friendship in the age of digital roll call.
Justin Timberlake claims sobriety tests are really hard during DWI arrest, insists he's on a world tour. When your dance moves can't save you from a breathalyzer, it's a reminder that fame doesn't come with a get-out-of-jail-free card.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your fantasies scream in binary, but no one's listening. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Trust is a currency you can't afford.
Elton stands first,
Signaling a cover of his song surpasses expectations, crowd erupts. When the Rocket Man himself is on his feet, you know the performer just launched into the stratosphere of approval.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 24th of March, 2026, where pixels dance and logic takes a holiday. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, then perhaps you're the hero of a conspiracy theory yet to be written. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.